Electric Avenue. And then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. And then we'll take it higher.
Welcome to St. Martin Furniture.
Bonjour, j'aimerais me présenter. Mon nom est Josette Bérubé et si vous regardez la veste que je porte, elle est très symbolique parce que je suis un membre du Club Lion de Témiscamingue. Donc pour les nouveaux arrivés, quand vous voyez ces vestes, vous pouvez nous reconnaître. Alors, je suis ici aujourd'hui pour vous présenter et vous parler d'une activité très spéciale organisée par le Club de Lyon. C'est une activité annuelle. C'est la 18e année que nous organisons cette activité et cette activité dont je parle, c'est la foire du printemps du Club Lyon. Cette activité a lieu au centre, plus spécifiquement dans l'aréna. Les dates à retenir sont vendredi le 29 avril et samedi le 30 avril. Les 2 jours, ce sont des activités, des kiosques que vous allez être capable de visiter en vous promenant à l'intérieur de l'aréna. Jusqu'à date, on devrait avoir à peu près 28-30 exposants. Donc, il va y avoir pour tous les goûts. Il va y avoir des jeux organisés pour les enfants. Les bouts de choux vont être là, par exemple. Puis le thème cette année, le thème est le recyclage. Si vous avez écouté le Post 13 dernièrement, il y a eu une émission très intéressante avec le directeur des travaux publics, Jean-Marie Gagné, qui nous a expliqué un peu la nouvelle politique qui s'en vient concernant le recyclage à Témiscamingue. Il y avait aussi Mathieu Mercure qui nous a expliqué aussi les matières à mettre dans les bacs puis ce qu'on ne devrait pas mettre dans les bacs. Alors, si vous avez manqué cette émission, parlez à votre voisin parce que ça a été très intéressant. Donc, le Club de Lyon, à chaque année, pour la foire du printemps, nous choisissons un thème. Et le thème cette année était fort intéressant parce que, veut pas, à Témiscamingue, il va falloir s'embarquer dans le recyclage. Si vous le faites déjà, tant mieux pour vous autres. Alors, parlant des exposants, si vous allez au kiosque de la ville de Témiscamingue, il va y avoir toute une explication et même des bacs. Et si vous avez répondu au sondage organisé par la ville, vous apportez votre sondage dans la boîte. Si c'est déjà fait, bravo et merci pour votre participation. Et à la fin de la foire, nous allons faire un tirage. Donc, je parle toujours du kiosque de la ville de Témiscamingue. Donc, les bacs qu'il va y avoir en exposition, il va y avoir 2 heureux gagnants qui vont partir avec ces bacs. Donc, je vous donne tout simplement un exemple d'un exposant que vous allez être capable de visiter lors de cette fin de semaine-là. Donc, je répète les dates. Vendredi, le 29 avril, le tout commence à 18h jusqu'à 22h. Ensuite, le samedi matin, les portes vont ouvrir à 10h et ça va se terminer vers les 16h. Une fois vous allez avoir fini de visiter, faire le tour des kiosques, parce qu'en plus, si vous avez des enfants, les enfants vont être attirés par un personnage invité que nous allons avoir avec nous toute la fin de semaine, qui s'appelle SpongeBob. Donc, je pense juste le fait de mentionner SpongeBob, tout de suite, là, les enfants vont dire « faut aller au centre, faut aller au centre ». Donc, papa, maman, venez au centre avec vos enfants. À partir de 16h, jusqu'à 19h, vous pouvez vous présenter à la salle de Tori et il va y avoir un souper CPI organisé par les femmes de Holy Trinity Church. Alors, les profits de ce souper vont aller à cette église, donc ça fait partie de la foire des Lions. Donc, 6 paires, je passe le prix est de 12,50. De toute façon, vous allez avoir des pancartes en ville. Vous avez sûrement vu déjà les pancartes annonçant le souper. Il va y avoir aussi des pancartes annonçant notre foire des Lions. Donc, souper 6 pailles à 12,50. Si les enfants veulent manger le 6 pailles, c'est au prix de 7,50. Par contre, vous voulez aller manger du 6 pailles, puis les enfants ne veulent pas 6 pailles, pas de problème, nous avons un deuxième menu pour les tout petits, macaroni au fromage. Puis, ça va être au coût de 2,50. Donc, ça, c'est le samedi à partir de 16h jusqu'à 19h à la salle de Tori. Maintenant, est-ce qu'il se passe quelque chose le dimanche? Parce qu'on parle d'une fin de semaine. Et oui, cette année, dimanche le 1er mai, va avoir lieu la deuxième marche pour chien guide. Si vous étiez à Témiscamingue l'année passée, donc on vous a présenté cette activité dans le cadre du thème de l'année passée qui était Vivre en santé. Tout le monde, vous connaissez Alex Brazo. Donc, Alex, qui est le garçon de Lise Martel et de Daniel Brazo. Daniel est un membre du Club Lion aussi. Alors, il y a plusieurs années, le Club Lion, affilié à Lions Foundation of Canada, pardon, ça sortit en anglais, là, mais je pense que vous allez me comprendre. Donc, nous avons réservé un chien pour Alex. Et l'année passée, nous avons expliqué l'historique de la marche pour chien guide et le Club Lion de Témiscamingue parraine, si vous voulez, le chien. Nous ramassons des fonds, puis une des levées de fonds, c'est la marche pour chien guide. Il y a un site web. En plus, il y a des pancartes en ville qui ressemblent un peu à la page, à la couverture de la feuille de commanditaire. Donc, les gens intéressés, vous n'avez qu'à regarder le contact, vous n'avez qu'à regarder le poste 13, surveiller les affiches en ville. Et si vous êtes intéressé à ramasser des fonds, vous n'avez tout simplement à m'appeler, Josette, au 627-9505. Ça va me faire un plaisir de vous remettre un pamphlet, une feuille de commanditaire. Le tout est expliqué, même l'historique, sur un côté du pamphlet, puis l'autre côté du pamphlet, vous avez la place pour écrire le nom de vos commanditaires. Donc, ça, c'est dimanche, le 1er mai. Le tout se déroule au centre. À partir de 9h jusqu'à 10h, ça va être la période de l'inscription. Donc, vous rapportez votre feuille avec l'argent amassé. À partir de 10h, là, nous commençons à marcher. Donc, il y en a des gens, en voyant l'annonce sur la pancarte, ils voient 5 km. Alors, il y en a qui se disent, moi, je ne peux pas marcher 5 km. C'est pas grave, c'est correct. Il y a des personnes qui vont partir du centre, marcher sur la piste cyclable, se rendre jusqu'au bout, puis revenir. Ça, c'est parfait, c'est correct. Alors, on accepte là, tous les sous que vous désirez nous donner. On accepte tout trajet. Il y en a qui vont vouloir faire le trajet là, en entier. Quand je parle du trajet en entier, vous partez sur la piste cyclable, vous traversez en avant du stop 102, on marche sur la voie de contournement, puis on revient à l'autre bout de la piste cyclable. Donc, ça, c'est un choix. Alors, dépendant de la température aussi, alors s'il y en a qui m'écoutent aujourd'hui et vous avez marché avec nous l'année passée, c'était le 2 mai, dimanche de l'année passée, c'était la tempête de l'année, je pense. Puis, il y a des gens courageux, même des chiens qui sont venus puis qui ont participé à notre marche. Alors, ces gens-là, là, on leur a levé notre chapeau, puis on les a remerciés. Puis, on va remercier cette année pour venir nous encourager encore à la Foire des Lions. Et si vous êtes intéressé à marcher, bien, participez à notre marche pour chien guide. Donc, on sait que c'est pour une très bonne cause. Ce sont des sous qu'on ramasse pour un chien, pour éventuellement Alex Brazo qui va être accompagné d'un beau chien guide. Alors, il y a un site web. Vous n'avez tout simplement à ramasser un formulaire. Vous pouvez m'appeler. Je répète mon numéro de téléphone, le 627-9505. Ça va me faire un plaisir de vous remettre une feuille de commanditaire. Alors, la fin de semaine prochaine, le 29 avril, 30 avril, 1er mai, vous ne savez pas quoi faire. Alors, je vous invite à venir nous voir au centre, à l'Arena, le vendredi soir, à partir de 18h. Nous sommes à l'Arena. Il va y avoir une 28, à peu près 30 exposants. Vous pourrez faire le tour. Vous pourrez laisser vos enfants dans le petit coin des bouts de choux. Sheila Boucher, la jardinière à la ville, va être là pour vous donner des petits trucs pour le printemps, là, pour vos plantes, vos arbustes. Je ne vais pas tout dévoiler qu'est-ce qui vous attend parce que là, vous n'auriez pas la curiosité piquée. Alors, je vous invite au centre vendredi le 29 avril. Si c'est impossible de vous rendre, bien, venez nous voir le dimanche matin. Le samedi matin à partir de 10h. Les portes sont encore ouvertes. Ensuite, à partir de 16h jusqu'à 19h, vous pouvez venir souper avec nous autres à la salle de Tori. Et le dimanche matin, c'est notre marche pour chien guide. Alors, je vous remercie d'avance pour votre participation parce que les gens de Témiscamingue et des environs nous ont toujours supportés. Puis, vous nous appuyez dans toutes les activités, tout ce que nous organisons. Donc, c'est une très grosse levée de fonds que nous organisons, le Club Lyon, en plus du Téléthon qui a toujours lieu au mois de décembre. Donc, on vous invite encore et merci encore pour votre participation et on vous attend au centre le vendredi soir 29 avril, samedi 30 avril et surtout le dimanche matin, qu'il neige, qu'il pleuve. Je pense pas qu'on devrait avoir de la neige. Il devrait faire beau. Alors, on a commandé du soleil. Donc, pour dimanche, le 1er mai, à partir de 9h, inscription et la marche qui commence à 10h. Et ensuite, vous pourrez vous reposer avec un petit lunch qui va être servi avec du barbecue. Alors, merci pour votre participation puis votre écoute. Puis, on vous attend au centre la fin de semaine du 29-30 avril.
Vous avez trop à perdre. Ne vous laissez pas prendre au jeu. Pour obtenir de l'information, du soutien ou de l'aide pour vous ou vos proches, appelez Jeux, aide et références en tout temps ou visitez notre site.
Good morning or good evening, depending on what time it is if you're watching this special program. This is a reporting, and my name is Josette Burbe. And if you're wondering what I am wearing, I'm wearing a Lions vest. So if I'm a Lions member, this is what I wear in order to recognize me. You're probably wondering, what is a Lion member doing on TV today? Well, I'm here to talk to you about a very special event. We have two very big fundraisers during the year. We have our annual telethon in December, and then in the spring, because spring is officially here, even though it's a little bit cold, we have our Lions Spring Fair. And this is why I'm here today, to talk to you and to invite you to come and join us. And you're probably asking, okay, when is this being held and where and what is it all about, especially for the newcomers in Témiscamingue. So welcome to the area, and I would like you to come and join us on the weekend of April 29th, which is the Friday night, starting at 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. If you come and join us in the arena, there will be at least 28 to 30 exhibitors. We have a theme this year, which we try and change every year. And the theme this year is related to recycling. Now, if you've watched Channel 13, lately they've had very special features, special shows, very, very interesting, explaining what recycling is all about. Because at the town of Témiscamingue, we won't have any choice. We will be asked to recycle and to make a big effort. If you are already recycling, well, good. So maybe you can encourage your neighbors and friends to climb on the bandwagon, like we say. Okay, so let's come back to the fair. So Friday night, April 29th at the arena, from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and then all day Saturday starting at 10 o'clock. So that's April 30th, 10 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, you can go around, all kinds of different exhibitors, very interesting, new ones this year. Like, I don't want to name all of them because then, well, you won't be curious to come out and see us. Lots for Tots will be there, so they'll be taking care of your children if you want to go around and leave your children in the play area. Sheila Boucher, who's our town gardener, she will also be there to give you a few tips and hints for the spring with your plants and shrubs and so on. Name, SpongeBob. If you have young children at home, the moment that they'll hear this name, they'll be curious and they'll be interested in coming to join us at the fair. And they should, because there's some surprises waiting for the children and also for you as an adult if you have fun with your children concerning SpongeBob. What else is going on at the fair? So at 4 o'clock, once it's done in the arena, you can go to Dottori Hall from 4 to 7. We have a very special meal served by the ladies of Holy Trinity Church, and it's a sea pie dinner. And I think the cost is $12.50 for adults and $7.50 for children. Now, if your child or your children don't want to eat sea pie, well, we thought of the little ones also. There's also going to be macaroni and cheese for the young children, and the cost for the macaroni will be $2.50 if they don't want to eat the sea pie. So that's in Dottori on a Saturday, April 30th from 4 to 7. And that's not it for our spring fair, because we also have an activity on the Sunday, and this year it's our second annual Walk for Dog Guides. I'm going to show you this pamphlet. This is the pamphlet that you can pick up if you give me a call, 627-9505. You'll probably see posters around town. You see advertisements on Channel 13 and in our local newspaper, The Contact. And just by word of mouth also, if you've participated last year and you're still interested in walking again this year, just give me a call and I'll get a form to you, or you could come and pick it up. Now, this form one side explains the history of the Walk for Dog Guides, and on the other side you have the place to write all the names of your sponsors. Now, the walk is held on the Sunday morning, May 1st. Registration starts at 9 o'clock. It's going to be outside at the center. Then the walk starts at 10 o'clock. When you come back from your walk, then we'll have a fun barbecue. Again, everything is held in the parking lot at the center. Now, depending on the weather, rain, snow, or shine, because if you walked last year, remember we had, I don't know if we could call it the blizzard, I don't think it was the blizzard of the century, but it was quite the snowstorm for May 2nd. That was last year. So this year's on Sunday, May 1st, walk at 10 o'clock. Some of you probably saw the advertisement, the posters that says it's a 5-kilometer walk. Some people say, do I really have to walk the 5 kilometer? I just want to go out and just make it a fun activity. That's fine. Even if you can just donate, every little bit counts, because the purpose of this walk, you probably remember last year we mentioned the name of Alex Brazo. Alex is Lise Martel and Danielle Brazo's son. Danielle is also a Lions member. So the Lions Club have reserved a dog for Alex. So when it's time for him to get his dog, well, the dog will be there ready for him. So last year, our theme at the fair was living healthy. So this is why we started our walk last year, because exercising is part of being healthy. So we started our first walk last year, and it was overwhelming, the response that we got from the people. I think last year we raised a little bit more than $4,000, which was very, very good. So we want to thank the population, because the Lions Club, we really appreciate your support. Temiskaming, the community and area, you've always been there to support us, either at the telethon or at Lions Spring Fair. And now we add the Walk for Dog Guides. So this year, if you want to participate, come and join us. Just pick up a form, call me, and I'll gladly get a form to you. And again, to come back to that 5 kilometer, you don't have to walk the 5 kilometer. Some people will just leave the center, walk on the bike path, just go right at the end in Lataille and come right back, and that's fine and that's okay. If you really like to walk and you want to continue the whole course, when I say the whole course is that in Lataille, you cross the road at stop 102, and then you take the bypass and you come back at the other end of the bypass, that's fine also. So I think the idea is to have fun, and it's for a good cause. It's to raise money for a dog guide. So this is on Sunday, May 1st, starting at 10 o'clock. So I think this covers all the activities for this famous weekend. So we invite you to come and join us. So I'll repeat the dates again. It's on Friday, April 29th, Friday evening at the center in the arena. Come, visit, walk around, meet your friends, and just come and see what's out there and what we have ready for you this year. So it's April 29th from 6 to 10 at the arena, or you can join us on the Saturday, April 30th from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and then stay for supper with us. So we'll go up to Dettori Hall from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock for supper. Children, they can also eat sea pie, or there's macaroni and cheese for the children. And our famous walk for dog guides, this is our second one. This is on the Sunday, May 1st. So rain, shine, we're still going to walk. So thank you for your support. Thank you for your participation, and come out and join us to our 18th annual Lions Spring Fair, weekend of April 29th, 30th, and May 1st. Thank you, and see you at the fair.
Vous avez trop à perdre. Ne vous laissez pas prendre au jeu. Pour obtenir de l'information, du soutien ou de l'aide pour vous ou vos proches, appelez Jeux, aide et références en tout temps ou visitez notre site.
It's the home of dreams. It's the home of possibility. It's the home of kids like me. It's where research lives. It's where you go for progress, for change, for hope, for hope, for hope. Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, home of leaders, home of my bright future, home of a cure. For me! For me! For me! For me! JDRF International is where hope lives. I love JDRF.
JDRF is the home of the best scientists around the world who are all focused on curing type 1 diabetes. Our success at JDRF over the last several years has led to multiple discoveries. What is galvanizing this field is our success in islet cell transplantation. Now we must translate those discoveries on behalf of curing this disease.
As president and CEO of JDRF, I feel accountable to the millions of people who could benefit from our work, from the millions of people who trust that we'll use those funds wisely. It's the accountability, I think, that drives us all forward.
I believe a cure is going to happen. I want to know that it's going to happen in my lifetime, and certainly in the children's lifetimes. Sometimes I get frustrated because it seems to be taking so long.
Time is not on our side for people with diabetes. We have to accelerate our research. We have to find a way to find a cure.
I have been saying on camera things like, this is the decade for the cure. This is the year for the cure. It's right around the corner. We can do it with your help. And we're all giving so much help in every way that we can. It is going to happen.
JDRF's approach to research has changed significantly in the last few years because of the challenges we face, and frankly, because of the frustration that we face that we're not going quickly enough.
Every hour, there's a new patient diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. The incidence of this disease is going up 3% a year.
We see our role as coordinating all of the money being spent in diabetes throughout the world, working with the NIH, working with other governments, working with biotech, working with pharma.
We're asking the question, how do we move a field forward as quickly as possible? Where can we move a field? Where are there gaps?
It's a much more aggressive, managed approach to how to achieve research results.
One of the reasons I love being associated with this organization, they are not afraid to take the chances. They're not afraid to step out front. They've done such fabulous work at the benches. Now they're moving on to the bedside.
We have developed what we've called bold and significant clinical outcomes that we want to attain.
We call these objectives cure therapeutics. They're cure focused. and they're therapeutics in that the goal is to have significant improvement in the lives of people with diabetes through therapies. These therapies can take many different forms. They might be a device, they might be a drug, they might be a procedure.
Cure therapeutics represents really the essence of a cure for this disease.
Evolution takes place in all scientific endeavors. What we're trying to do is to shorten the time frame so that it is not the typical evolution of 20, 30, 40, 50 years, but it's 2 years, 3 years. We think that can happen today. So at JDRF, we're in the business to put ourselves out of business. As all of our volunteers are quick to point out to me, my principal job is to put myself out of a job.
I would not have taken this job on if I didn't think this could be cured.
JDRF is the only organization that is funding research to the degree that it makes that cure possible. That's all we care about. That's our goal, finding a cure.
Hi, if you were part of our walk last year, we'd love to see you again this year. If you weren't, we still want to see you. New faces are always nice. So come on out, walk with us. It's a nice day, a nice walk, and we'll have lunch for you afterwards. So just let us know that you're coming, and we'll be ready for you.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Nat. This is weird. You should be having the mic. We heard you talk. You're the one that's taking care of the walkers this year. Big job. For those who didn't do the walk, or for those who are wondering, what's the walk this year? Like, where is it?
Okay, it goes 8 kilometers, which leaves the 75th Park on May 29th. Let's not forget that date. And it goes all the way down towards Tembec, comes back the same route, up towards Lumsden, cross over, up towards Latang, pump house, turn around, come back, which totals 8 kilometers to the park.
If somebody's hearing this and they're saying, oh my God, I can't walk that much, can they come anyways?
You know what? It doesn't matter if you do half a kilometer, 2 kilometers, or the full 8 kilometers. The main thing is you came out, you walk. You might know somebody out there that has diabetes. The main thing is you came out, and it's good exercise. So what if you only do 5 minutes or an hour? The main thing is let's get everybody out there and have fun.
Do you have a message for people that maybe haven't called you yet?
I certainly do. If you didn't make the kickoff tonight and you want to join a team or you want to get involved and put in a team, feel free to contact me. You know who I am. I'm Lisa Mori, and my number is 9952. And we'd love to have you. We're up until May 29th. Call me anytime.
Thank you very much. Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
We've seen you for the diabetic walk quite a few times already on Channel 13, but this is the night of kickoff, and this is kind of like your baby.
Oh, yes.
Because, you know, you're the coordinator, you're the one that's been doing the walks, you're mostly affected by it. So you've got the airwave. What do you want to say?
Basically, thanks for everyone for coming over tonight. It was so exciting. As much as I think we got a few people crying, just, you know, it's a touchy subject, but it was so much fun, and we're really, really excited for this year. We just found out possibly might have a bus of kids coming from Notre Dame, 40 kids, students. So, you know, we're really excited for new people and get other communities involved and make new friends, and we're getting really close. It's exciting.
If somebody's watching that doesn't know you, and I know you can get them going, but what would you say to the person who's never met you and you're Alicia Turner and you're doing this walk? What would you say?
I'd say basically we just found out 5 to 10 years there's going to be a cure for diabetes. So if you don't know me, approach me on the street, say, how can I get involved? And we're just really, really close. And it's the most exciting part. Apparently researchers are actually getting more excited than they have been since they discovered insulin. So, you know, pretty soon we won't have to even do this walk anymore. We could just be celebrating it every year instead. And we're hoping that'll happen.
Well, Alicia, I've said it before. Congratulations. Way to go. And we know we're taking a break. You're taking a break next year for your schoolwork. That's awesome. You got to get educated. Way to go. But you'll be back, and maybe not, because like you said, if the cure comes up before you're done school, well, you'll have done a lot of good work, Alicia. So thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. And basically, I might be stepping back from the actual title of coordinator, but I told Kathy I'll be right beside her, helping her again. I can't let this go by. It's an exciting thing to do. It keeps me busy.
the home of dreams. It's the home of possibility. It's the home of kids like me. It's where research lives. It's where you go for progress, for change, for hope, for hope, for hope. Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, home of leaders, home of my bright future, home of a cure. For me! For me! For me! For me! JDRF International is where hope lives. I love JDRF.
So hi, this is Susan Soustra, and from what I can gather, you're the coordinator for the Nipissing area.
That's correct.
So Temiskaming, we know, is the second year that we're joining you guys. We have you here, the coordinator. So my one big question would be, there's thousands of people watching us now. I know there's thousands of people watching us, but you're the one that can tell us, what about this walk? What do you expect from this walk?
I expect that Alicia's going to have a fantastic turnout. She's done a wonderful job of pumping everybody and getting them excited. She's done a wonderful job of making sure that it's well sponsored and well covered, and Channel 13 has done a wonderful job doing that. We hope to have the nugget out here, and on the 29th I expect to see more than 300 walkers, and from where she is going right now, I can see $30,000 to $35,000 this year from Temiskaming. I think that with the other walks that we have, I think that she's going to bring in the most from most of the walks that we have.
Last year, it was our first year, and I think a lot of people were maybe skeptic as to how much just a small town could raise. We raised over $25,000. What would you have to say about that?
I think that was phenomenal. We did not expect that much. I think the bottom goal was 10, and I think the expectation was 7. I was totally amazed, but coming from a small community myself, I knew that they would come out. I wasn't a coordinator, I was just a volunteer last year, and we did over 7,000 in 1 month. That's all we had to do was plan our walk in Mattawa, and we raised over 7,000. So 25 from Temiskaming. There's a big community spirit here, and I didn't expect anything less.
So this year the bar is set maybe a bit higher because we did do it once, but I know that we can do it. Maybe if Alicia's watching and she has a chance to maybe hear you afterwards, what would you have to say about Alicia, knowing her and being so outgoing and everything?
I think she's done a super job. I think she has to take that into heart. We are going to miss her as coordinator next year, but I understand why she has to take a step back. You've done an excellent job. Way to go, Alicia, and you've been a really good mentor to other diabetics, and way to go, girl.
All right, well, thank you, Susan, for being here, and we hope to see you on the morning of the walk.
Thank you. Hope to see you too.
Bon, déjà, à la maison, un des visages que vous avez vu l'année passée, c'était Kevin. Puis Kevin, il est encore avec nous, puis il aimerait ça peut-être donner un petit message. Kevin, l'année passée, tu as vu tous ces gens-là venir à la marche. Qu'est-ce que tu leur leur dire?
Bien, qu'ils sont tous gentils pour nous aider à guérir, à trouver des remèdes pour la guérison du diabète, puis, ouais.
Est-ce que tu espères en voir autant encore cette année?
Ouais.
Cathy, je veux juste dire, je t'entendais parler tantôt, puis une chance, j'étais assise en arrière, parce que probablement que j'avais les larmes aux yeux, j'aurais eu de l'air vraiment niaiseuse, mais là, je peux te dire, je trouve ça tellement touchant de t'entendre parler, parce que tu disais, ça fait toute ta vie que tu as ça. De t'entendre parler, parce que moi, je suis habituée, j'ai ma mère qui est diabétique, puis elle a les petites aiguilles. Elle n'a même pas besoin d'expliquer l'insuline, c'est vraiment les petites médications, puis tout ça. De t'entendre parler que ta mère, il faut la capouille, l'eau, les aiguilles. C'est vraiment, là, ça te fait penser encore plus. Parce que je connais quelqu'un qui l'a, mais comparé à dire que toi, tu l'as, puis toi, qu'est-ce que tu as vu? Wow!
Oui, c'est impressionnant. Oui. Quand on regarde ça, c'est vraiment impressionnant le chemin qui a été fait. Parce que la façon de le contrôler était beaucoup plus compliquée quand j'étais plus jeune. C'était vraiment c'était compliqué. On n'avait pas non plus pour la diète, c'était encore plus strict que maintenant. Il n'y avait pas de jeu. C'était vraiment... si je voulais manger 3 portions de légumes, si je devais manger 3 portions de légumes, je ne pouvais pas en manger 4 portions.
OK, vraiment.
Je ne pouvais pas en manger 2 grammes de plus. Il fallait que je mange 3 portions seulement et c'était tout. Donc, c'était vraiment, vraiment... Il y avait beaucoup de noms. Les noms étaient beaucoup présents. Maintenant, c'est plus facile. c'est pas mieux, c'est d'avoir le diabète, là. Je veux pas dire que c'est... Mais c'est plus facile, ce qui prouve qu'ils sont rendus là maintenant. Donc, ils sont capables de faire encore plus si les gens veulent bien nous aider. C'est possible.
C'est ça ma question, parce que comme je dis, je trouvais ça. Puis on sait qu'on est comme dans la last stretch, ça achève. Pour quelqu'un comme toi, que tu as eu ça toute ta vie, comment est-ce que tu te sens? Puis quel message que tu donneras au monde, justement, parce que c'est peut-être une question d'un autre, je sais pas, 4 marches, 5 marches internationales. Donc là, tu as la chance, je te laisse. Puis qu'est-ce que tu vas dire au monde?
Bon, ben moi, ce que je veux vous dire à tout le monde, c'est on a vraiment besoin de vous autres. On est dans les derniers milles. C'est proche, proche, proche. Les chercheurs sont tellement convaincus que maintenant, les tests se font sur les humains. Donc, quand les tests se font sur les humains, c'est parce qu'ils sont proches. Donc, mais pour donner le dernier go à ça, ça prend votre aide. On a besoin de vous autres pour la cure, pour trouver quelque chose, pour enfin avoir un remède, puis dire... C'est fini, c'est trouvé, tout le monde va être content. Puis même, on ne sait jamais quand ça peut nous arriver. Donc, même si vous n'avez pas le diabète présentement, ça ne veut pas dire que d'ici 5 ans, vous ne l'aurez pas ou que quelqu'un proche de vous ne l'aura pas. Mais dans 5 ans, de 5 à 10 ans, ils disent qu'ils vont trouver un remède. Donc, pour trouver le remède, on a besoin de vous pour que vous donniez, pour qu'on puisse s'y rendre.
Merci. J'aurais pas pu le dire mieux. Bon, depuis tantôt qu'on parle aux gens, on parle aux coordinateurs, aux membres du comité, mais là, je pense que c'est temps qu'on parle de quelqu'un qui l'a vécu l'année passée, qui a fait la marche. Puis pour en parler, j'ai avec moi Jocelyne. Donc, salut.
Allô.
Fait que c'est ça, on a parlé à plein de monde, mais je pense que c'est important de parler à quelqu'un qui a marché, parce que toi, tu peux dire que, regarde, tu l'as fait.
Oui.
C'était pas plus compliqué que ça.
Non, ça a très bien été. C'était une belle journée, ensoleillée, puis il ventait un petit peu, pas trop de mouches. Fin du mois de mai, c'était super. Puis la marche a super bien été. Il n'y a pas eu de... Le monde même, on avait remarqué que comment les gens étaient propres. Il y avait des bouteilles d'eau, mais tout le monde attendait de mettre ça dans les vidanges. Ça a été, en tout cas, super.
Est-ce que peut-être tu as marché parce que tu connais quelqu'un qui a le diabète?
Oui, oui. Mon père, ma mère, ma grand-mère était diabétique. Puis, en tout cas, moi, je sais que ça va me rejoindre à un moment donné. Probablement. Fait que j'espère pour un remède, une guérison. Ouais.
Je me répète beaucoup ce soir, mais je pense que c'est important, surtout que toi, tu l'as fait. Qu'est-ce que tu dirais aux marcheurs pour la première fois, là?
Mon doux, c'est tellement le fun. Venez avec vos amis, vos parents, puis c'est une journée de famille, je trouve. Faites ça une journée de famille. C'est tellement le fun, ça va vite, c'est une belle marche. Puis si jamais vous n'êtes pas capable de faire toute la marche, il y a toujours des points d'arrêt, puis tu revires, puis c'est pas plus grave que ça. Mais c'est vraiment une belle marche, puis c'est pas long, ça va bien, bien. On espère juste une belle journée comme l'année passée.
Et merci, Jocelyne. Okay, so we've talked to just about everybody except for the proud mom, and we know she's proud. And my God, Alicia's not my daughter, and I'm proud of her, so I can just imagine.
Yeah, it's overwhelming, but I mean, she's been working on this for a long time. Actually, as a family, we've been working to find a cure since 1997. Alicia was diagnosed in 1996 on her 11th birthday, and we were introduced to the walk by a lady in North Bay. Her name is Alice Goodship and Judy Jessen. We've been walking since, and Alicia wants to start her own walk, so we did it last year, and we're doing it again.
Good. Okay, so Carol, we know that a good way for raising funds is the walk, but also you've got two very, very cute examples of an easy way for people to participate by giving. So I'll let you maybe talk about them.
This is Ruby and Rufus. Okay, basically they were started to help children with diabetes learn where to inject their insulin. Now here, I'm going to show real quick, we have the arms where you can inject. You can inject on the back of the arms. On the hands, this is where you poke to get your blood test. And then you can also inject onto your belly and your legs. And actually, you can inject into your buttocks also, but we won't show that. But we have Ruby and Rufus from JDRF. They're here to help us raise funds. They're $15 each. They're an excellent gift. Money goes towards a good cause. And they're made by Russ, actually.
Great. Well, like I said, it's a good way. Like, I'm doing it. I bought 2, and not for me, but because my mom's diabetic. I have an aunt that's diabetic. And I think it's just a cute way of saying, you know, guys, I know what you're going through. I'm there for especially for my mom, maybe, because of course I see her every day. But it's a cute way of helping without having to maybe do the walk or anything. So, and to get them, how do we get them? Did we say?
We get them by calling myself. You can order them through myself, and then I would in turn place the orders through Susan, who is our North Bay coordinator. My phone number is 981-9777. Also, you can give me a call at work during lunchtime, 627-4252. And we place the orders. In 2 weeks, we can get them. We just get the money in first, and then we can get them in 2 weeks. So that's good.
Well, thank you very much, Carol.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for coming. I mean, we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. Thank you so much, and to everybody.
All right, so everybody, I don't have anything else to say but be there. It's going to be a great event. We're doing it for our people. This is the last few miles. C'est un rendez-vous. Donc, tout le monde, la dernière chose que j'ai à dire, c'est pas compliqué. Rendez-vous, faites la marche, participez. C'est pour notre communauté, c'est pour nos mères, nos grands-mères, nos grands-pères, nos grands-pères. C'est pour tout le monde, c'est pour nous, puis ça l'achève. Donc, on y va.
It's the home of dreams. It's the home of possibility. It's the home of kids like me. It's where research lives. It's where you go for progress, for change, for hope, for hope, for hope. Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, home of leaders, home of my bright future, home of a cure. For me! For me! For me! For me! JDRF International is where hope lives. I love JDRF.
JDRF is the home of the best scientists around the world who are all focused on curing type 1 diabetes. Our success at JDRF over the last several years has led to multiple discoveries. What is galvanizing this field is our success in islet cell transplantation. Now we must translate those discoveries on behalf of curing this disease.
As president and CEO of JDRF, I feel accountable to the millions of people who could benefit from our work, from the millions of people who trust that we'll use those funds wisely. It's the accountability, I think, that drives us all forward.
I believe a cure is going to happen. I want to know that it's going to happen in my lifetime, and certainly in the children's lifetimes. Sometimes I get frustrated because it seems to be taking so long.
Time is not on our side for people with diabetes. We have to accelerate our research. We have to find a way to find a cure.
I have been saying on camera things like, this is the decade for the cure. This is the year for the cure. It's right around the corner. We can do it with your help. And we're all giving so much help in every way that we can. It is going to happen.
JDRF's approach to research has changed significantly in the last few years because of the challenges we face and, frankly, because of the frustration that we face that we're not going quickly enough.
Every hour, there's a new patient diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. The incidence of this disease is going up 3% a year.
We see our role as coordinating all of the money being spent in diabetes throughout the world. Working with the NIH, working with other governments, working with biotech, working with pharma.
We're asking the question, how do we move a field forward as quickly as possible? Where can we move a field? Where are there gaps?
It's a much more aggressive, managed approach to how to achieve research results.
One of the reasons I love being associated with this organization, they are not afraid to take the chances. They're not afraid to step out front. They've done such fabulous work at the benches. Now they're moving on to the bedside.
We have developed what we call bold and significant clinical outcomes that we want to attain.
We call these objectives cure therapeutics. They're cure-focused, and they're therapeutics in that the goal is to have significant improvement in the lives of people with diabetes through therapies. These therapies can take many different forms. They might be a device, they might be a drug, they might be a procedure.
Cure therapeutics represents really the essence of a cure for this disease.
Evolution takes place in all scientific endeavors. What we're trying to do is to shorten the time frame so that it is not the typical evolution of 20, 30, 40, 50 years, but it's 2 years, 3 years. We think that can happen today. So at JDRF, we're in the business to put ourselves out of business. As all of our volunteers are quick to point out to me, my principal job is to put myself out of a job.
I would not have taken this job on if I didn't think this could be cured.
JDRF is the only organization that is funding research to the degree that it makes that cure possible. That's all we care about. That's our goal, finding a cure.